girl with no friends. I guess that was because I didn't really like anyone. Everyone confused me, and I confused them too because I was different. I didn't have anyone to care about me. No family, no friends, no boyfriends, no one. My family dropped me off at my aunt's house when I was 3, and they never came back. I thought I would always be alone, and I learned to deal with it. About 6 months later, I turned 14, and our neighbors moved out. And then new neighbors moved in. My aunt made me go over to meet them, and I knocked on the door, and a boy about my age answered. He smiled at me, and I had never been smiled at before. I automatically knew he was different, and I didn't know what to do. I had never been a friend to anyone before, but somehow being a friend came naturally to me. A year later, you couldn't get us away from each other when we were together. We could talk for hours and never get tired of each other. When I was over at his house one time, he asked if I wanted to be his girlfriend. I said yes, and it was the happiest day of my life. We were dating for a couple months when I went over to his house, but I knew something was different because I could tell his mom wasn't home, and someone was always home when I went over. But I walked up to the door anyways and went in. He was there, and he looked at me differently than he had ever before, and I didn't know why. It scared me, but I just brushed it off. We went to his room to hang out like we always did, and we talked for a little bit, then he leaned over and kissed me. And then he kissed me again, and I didn't stop him. That set me on the path to destruction. After a while, I didn't get nervous about it anymore. It just became who I was, and he took our relationship further and further because I stopped caring. My aunt eventually found out what we were doing and banned me from going over to his house. But as soon as she would leave, I would go over and we would do everything all over again. A while later, I was caught in school kissing him in the halls, and I got in school suspension. Then rumors started to spread that he was cheating on me. I didn't believe them until I found him kissing another girl. I broke up with him, and more drama began. I was unpopular again. I had no friends, nobody once again. And the friends I thought I did have were fake. He even made fun of me too. He said he never cared about me, and I was broken from him saying that. I went home and I cried for hours. I went into my room to turn on my radio station to listen to my favorite music, but it was on the wrong station. I was about to change the station when a song came on. It said, "When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace." I didn't know who they were talking about then, but then I realized they were talking about God eventually. And if there was someone that could be there for me through everything, I wanted to get to know them. I'm Klariti Michmilliam, and I'm second.